Hi, this is Jay Folk, and I am reporting my Unit 12 investigation screencast. And this is for March 22nd through March 30th over forecasting. And my weather station is located in North Pole, Alaska, off Badger Road. So I'm going to start off with showing the TV weather maps and just going over some of the weather that we saw this week. If you can see, it's a fairly heavy cloud cover throughout the state, with some patchy areas here and there that have some clear skies. But for overall, it was very cloud covered throughout the whole state. There's a stationary front that starts in the Peninsula Aleutian Islands area that stretches up into the interior and into Canada. As you can see, we have a tremendous amount of fog on the north part of the state. The interior had fog as well, and the entire west coast seemed to be fairly foggy, and a lot of snow throughout the state, with a little bit of snow and mixed in with some rain showers out here in the Pacific Ocean where the Aleutian Islands are. We have two low pressure systems down here in the North Pacific with an occluded front pushing upwards, northwards to the state of Alaska, and it's pushing this cloud formation up to the state. Monday on the 23rd, we had some fog in the north still. Obviously a lot less fog than the day before, and also less cloud cover, but yet still half the state approximately, or a little more than half the state, is still covered in clouds. The interior had fairly clear skies with some patchy cloud cover, a high pressure system, actually three high pressure systems in this map. We see a low pressure system down here in the North Pacific below the Alaska Peninsula, with some troughs going north, northwest, and northeast. And also, again, we have mixed snow and rain showers out here in the Pacific Ocean and in the Aleutian Islands, with some fog right here. A low pressure system also built up in south of the southeast area, so even further south than Metlakatla and Ketchikan area. And so the third map, as we can see, clear skies throughout the state, and an occluded front down here pushing some warm air up into the state from this low pressure system. It looks like we have a lot of wet weather right here, and we have some fog on the coast with some snow showers, and again mixed rain and snow showers out here in the Aleutian Islands. And we have two high pressure systems in Canada, and a high pressure system out here south of Russia in the Pacific Ocean. Now for Wednesday on the 25th, we have that same low pressure system, a storm system down here in the North Pacific, and it's got the occluded front, again pushing warm wind or warm air up into the state of Alaska, and a trough running up through the interior. The storm system here is producing rain throughout the entire south coast, southwest, southeast coast of Alaska. And again, mixed rain and snow showers out here, as we have had in the previous 3 days. And also a high pressure system out here in Canada. And for Thursday the 26th, we have heavy cloud cover throughout the state of Alaska with some snow kind of in the south of the interior in the Anchorage area. And we have the same occluded front pushing the warm air from this low pressure system storm up to the state of Alaska. Also, we have rain still developing and being produced by this low pressure system down here in the south part of the state. It runs all the way down through southeast and also through the Alaska Peninsula. We have some rain and some snow showers being mixed together out here, and it's got a high pressure system out here below Russia, and then two low pressure systems developing in Canada. And now for Friday the 27th, we have fairly heavy cloud cover throughout the state with some patchy areas towards the center of the state here. We still have a lot of rain on the south coast of Alaska, And then we have the same low pressure system down here. We actually have 4 low pressure systems down here. We have the same low pressure system pushing the secluded front up north to the state. We have a trough running from the Pacific Ocean up through the state of Alaska, above the interior and into Canada. And we have rainfall, like I said, on the coast. And this is for Friday, the 27th. Now Saturday, the 28th, had snow in the north slope area, and also some fairly clear skies in the interior. Same low pressure system down here with a trough moving up through the interior from the Alaska Peninsula. You have the occluded front still pushing northwards up into the state. Very wet weather conditions down here, and still a lot of rain. Mixed rain and snow also continues, and so this low pressure system has been hanging around all week, which is one of the big reasons why I think that this week persistence is going to be the way to forecast, just because of one of the principles holding true is that the weather changes slowly, and this has been kind of a slow change or a slow progression with this low pressure system developing this week. And the last day that we had was for Sunday the 30th, and you can see pretty heavy cloud cover with the low pressure system down here in the Alaska Peninsula area. And we had fog here in the Haines area and down towards the Alaska Peninsula, mixed rain and snow showers again, which was quite common throughout the week in this area, all the way down through the Aleutian Islands. We have a lot of mixed and rain snow showers up towards Anchorage, and fog and snow up here on the north slope here of Alaska with some blowing snow. And so this was how our week finished out with the TV weather maps. So now that I've gone through the TV weather maps, I'm going to go ahead and answer the next question that we have. It's for what method of forecasting was most accurate. And I think, like I mentioned before, I believe the persistence worked well for this week because of the weather systems that we had. They were moving slowly. That low pressure system that we had in the south, or in the North Pacific, south of Alaska, was moving very slowly throughout the week. Climatology just wasn't very useful or successful this week, and that was largely due to the unseasonably warm temperatures that we had, with obviously breaking the record that one day. So climatology really didn't work at all. So persistence by far to me was the method that worked this week the best. The next question was which region had the most accurate forecasts, and I found that Dillingham and Kenai were the two most accurate. They had, for the persistence forecast, they had all three days considered accurate, or at least week accurate for one of those days. So Dillingham and Kenai to me were the most accurate using the persistence method. And the next question is can I give any reasons for why forecasts may be more accurate with high pressure rather than low pressure systems? And the main reason is that low pressure systems are usually stormy areas with a lot of cloud cover. They're storms. That's what a low pressure system usually is. And when you have a high pressure system, it's usually clear skies, colder temperatures, but you're looking at a lot less storm, so it's a lot easier to give more accurate forecasts in a high pressure system scenario than a low pressure. And the other question actually that I skipped over was why are some regions in the state more difficult to forecast than others, or at least for accuracy? And one of the reasons is for the availability of the equipment, the type of equipment, how nice it is, how sophisticated the equipment is. And so not every region is going to have the same caliber of equipment, so it's going to be a little bit shifted with the accuracy throughout the state from region to region. And the next question that I'm asked to answer is focusing on the southwestern stations in Bethel, Dillingham, and Kenai. discuss how the passage of cyclones through the region influenced the temperature observations at these sites. And so I found that the temperatures rose by 17 degrees in Bethel, 7 degrees in Dillingham, and also 7 degrees in Kenai. And this is largely due to the cyclonic activity down here in the North Pacific. It brought increased cloud covers, which helped with the radiant heating in this area. Also, this occluded front brought in some warm moisture from the North Pacific, and as it reaches these mountains, it reaches its dew point, which then releases the latent heat, which also helps with the rise in temperature. So that's for Kenai, Dillingham, and Bethel. And the next question is saying that on Thursday, the 26th, we had record high temperatures recorded in Fairbanks, and then near record high temperatures throughout the interior. Briefly discuss how the cloudiness and wind conditions contributed to high temperatures across the state. So we had throughout the week low pressure cyclonic activity down here they created troughs of low pressure that you can see were sent throughout the state up into the interior. So that sent some warm air up into the interior from these low pressure systems. We also had this occluded front all week long that pushed warm air up from the North Pacific into the interior of Alaska. So those were a couple of things that helped with our record temperature on the 26th, and also with our cloud cover on this day. It helped trap the heat in the interior, which then further just made it warmer than the rest of the state. And so the last question says to briefly discuss what meteorological conditions contributed to the fact that the forecast on Tuesday, looks like the 24th, did a better job of predicting the high temperatures on Thursday than the forecast on Saturday, the 21st. So on Tuesday, the 24th, the forecaster had clear skies throughout the interior and actually much of the state. A big portion of the state had clear skies. This made for a clear view of the low pressure system that we had developing here in the North Pacific, giving the forecaster a reasonable timeline of when clouds would arrive and when temperatures would then rise. And so that was the main reason why the Tuesday forecast had been done more accurately than on Saturday. And that concludes my screencast. Thanks.